afternoon, everyone. I'm a lot later than I expected to be today, but I've had a fairly full-on morning. Went out to breakfast with my family and I've been running around, and I had to wait for hubby to leave for the gym, truth be told, because sometimes my kitchen is a mess and he's like, you should be tidying it up. So anyway, don't look at the mess, but I've got lots to share with you today. I'm going to be making the best butter chicken. Now, there's another group out there that everybody raves about, skinny mixers, skinny mixers. Seriously, our butter chicken is way, way easier, and it is equally, if not more tasty. I absolutely love it. You can totally change it up if you want it a bit spicier or not. So I'm actually doing a double batch today because I've got 12 people coming for dinner. I know. It's my birthday, so we're going to have a little fire pit outside, and I thought, well, we'll just do something nice and wintry and something quick and easy. So I've got my chicken marinating. So I make my own yogurt and I make my own tandoori paste. So that's in, and I've got 2 kilos of chicken marinating in there. So I'm doing it slightly different. I'm not putting it into the bowl. I'm actually going to put it into 2 casserole dishes, and one of them is going to be spicy and the other one's going to be mild. So coming into the, I can actually come into recently cooked. There are 2 Murgh Makanis. That's what you'll find it under. If you put butter chicken, there's lots of other butter chickens, but you want the Murgh Makani, okay? Because that is the super delicious one, okay? And it is not, it's not low fat. If you're following low fat, you need to go somewhere else. But there's lots of other chickens on Cookie Doo. So the Murgh Makani, this one here, actually the one I was looking at there, that is the one for the TM5. Now, you can use the TM5 or the TM6 one, no matter what machine you've got. The difference being between the two of them particularly is the TM5 uses garlic paste and ginger paste. I don't ever bother, I've got ginger paste in the freezer, but I just, if I've got it, I'll use the fresh. I still prefer fresh. So the TM6 one, I've actually still got bookmarked up here, but I'm going to skip over the spicy bit. So it's kind of a 2-step recipe. You can come into the recipe details. The first half is just basically your marinade, which is your tandoori paste and your yogurt and your chicken. Marinate it or not marinate it. I've just put it aside until I'm ready to get on with the rest. So then we come into the butter sauce, and the butter sauce makes a powder mix first, so it's dry roasting. I always make this in bulk, and you may have seen a little while ago I make my own butter mix, butter chicken mix. So I use that instead of the beginning of the Murgh Makani. Okay, so what we need to do is come straight to step number 5. So you can skip over all of that beginning stuff, and it wants the ghee. So my bowl is a little bit grubby from when I made the marinade. So actually you don't need to make the marinade in the bowl. I wasn't thinking, and I put it in and went, oh, why did I do that? But anyway, I couldn't be bothered washing up my bowl. So we need some ghee. So now what else is on the menu is the broth I made yesterday, and I'm going to show you that when we get this on cooking. Okay, so we want double the quantity. Whoops, where's my knife? So easy recipe to double. You can't put the chicken in double though. You do need to put it into a casserole dish or 2 casserole dishes to get a nice result. So, and we've got some onion and shallots, just roughly chopped, and some ginger, beautiful fresh ginger. And I'm also going to put some of that beautiful turmeric I have here. I'll pull another piece out from behind there because I just dropped a piece on the floor. It's all washed and ready to go for my next lot of turmeric stuff. And it says 10 grams of garlic. Look at the size of these. These are actually, I'm only going to put 2 of these in because they're almost the size of an onion. So I'm just going to pop 2 of those in, and we're going to add some salt. And it says red green chili. I've only got 1.5 red chilies. I love just being able to chuck everything in and chop it all up. So a bit of salt, and I haven't got any coriander at the moment. My sister's bringing me that, and we just need to chop that for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now this butter chicken sauce is a really smooth sauce. So if you are the sort of person that likes a little bit of integrity in their onion, then cook it first, then chop it, okay? And because I've doubled it, I'm just going to go back and do another couple of seconds. Okay, because because the ghee is cold, or it's still firm. So, can you see what I mean about how it's all chopped down? So this is one time you do really need to scrape it down, and this is then going to cook for without the measuring cup, it says. So measuring cup for 10 minutes. So whilst that's doing that, I thought I would show you the coconut slice. So that is the coconut slice. My husband tells me it is absolutely delicious, and I actually did have a tiny little bit when I made it yesterday. Oh, it smells really good. I've got to put the lid on. Now, this reminds me, I overcooked it because I was in the salon cutting someone's hair, and I forgot to put the timer on, and then I could smell it, and I called out to Carl, take that out the oven. So it is probably a wee bit browner than it should be, but what I think it's supposed to be is, back in the day, and you probably can still buy it in the bakery, is a biscuit base, then it had jam on it, and then it had this coconut top. Now, my husband said he loves it just like this. He likes things a little bit plainer, and it is plenty sweet enough anyway. And the coconut, this one has nuts in it as well. So if you weren't watching yesterday, there are walnuts in there. And I've got to put the lid on that real quick because it smells really delicious. And it's a torture. So I gave, this was a half batch of the recipe, and this was full, and I took a takeaway container for my kids last night. So the half batch is plenty big enough. I'm in the process of writing it out. So if you would like the recipe for this coconut slice, it's called Burma coconut slice. So thanks to Lois for sending me that recipe to convert for her. Now I'm just going to wash my hands really quickly, because I am going to do my chicken. So I actually poured the chicken out this morning to strain, and I don't know if you can see just behind, that's a bit there, and I've got another container full there of the chicken broth. So I'm actually going to be having some of that tonight. We're going to do like a steamboat, so we're going to warm the broth up, then we'll have dry noodles and some vegetables and some really super thin slices of chicken, and cook it in a broth. So it's kind of like a pho if you've ever been to Vietnam. Super delicious and very tasty. And the other great thing is it's really good for you because of the bone broth, the goodness from the bones. So this is my basket of bones that I strained, and I use the chicken off this. Now, you don't have to use the chicken pieces. You could use a carcass. Now, if you do the carcass, you won't have any meat to enjoy. So I like getting 2 for 1. So I just take the fatty bit of the skin off, and I did have, oh, here's my container. I started doing a few before, and then I just take the pieces of meat off, and that can either, it's got a beautiful flavour because it's got all those lovely Asian-y flavours from the spices that we cooked in our broth. So we've still got a couple of minutes to go there. So anyway, I'm not going to keep you all this afternoon while I make a sauce. Go in and check out the Murgh Makani. If you're a skinny mixer and you absolutely love their butter chicken, I would love it if you would give ours a go and give me your review. Let me know. Am I being biased that I just love cookie dough so much? But I know that there are some die-hard loyal skinny mixer fans out there, but I seriously challenge you to make the Murgh Makani. The other thing I do change is it uses tomatoes, a tin of tomatoes. I just use passata. I find it not as acidy, and it's much smoother sauce. Makes a much nicer, smoother sauce. So anyway, that's me for today. Not sure if I'll be on tomorrow. It depends. I might have a little bit of a headache tomorrow. So anyway, it's great to see you all. Thanks for following, and I will hopefully be back to inspire you. If not tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be around Monday. All right, so that's it. I've got a few more of those to do, and I've got my geeky fingers, and I'll take care everyone, and I'll see you all later. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for watching. #replay.